My fellow Ambazonians, my fellow countrymen and women, I am coming to you today to salute the bravery of our people and to thank them for their commitment and steadfastness to the liberation of our country. I know it's difficult. I understand the pain that our people are being subjected to by Cameroon and the sometimes uncertainty that prevails in the mindset of our people. I know sometimes you ask yourself the question, are we really going to succeed? Is it going to be real? Those things are normal under difficult circumstances. But the Cameroon of yesterday is not the Cameroon of today. And that change has been due to your sacrifices and your steadfastness. There is virtually no doubt that Cameroon, as it gained independence in 1960, will never be the same again. The country called Cameroon will never be one with itself. I'm not even talking about Cameroon with respect to Ambazonia. It will be difficult to maintain the state of Cameroon as one political entity. The historical cleavages that have existed between Cameroonians themselves, whether they are the Bamilikis, the Nordis, the Bulu Betis, have been highlighted by our resistance and our determination, our sacrifices, and our know-how in undermining and delegitimizing a political system that never got mandate in the first place, has not only inspired Cameroonians, has inspired millions of people across the globe. Today, the name of Kwakwa, Bakundu, Ikata, Kugwe, Bessie, and other places are known across the globe. They are not known because historians have written about it. They are not known because we've spoken so loudly about it, their beauty, or about the fact that they are sites for tourism. They are known because of the bravery of the people of these places. These places are known because of the steadfastness of a people battered constantly and who are determined to ensure that the universal currency and ideals of freedom that reigns across different parts of the world holds true for them too. It is because of your sacrifices that the world has come to know about our history. It's not because of the petitions that we wrote from 1992. It's not because of the delegations that we have sent across the globe. It is not because of our knowledge of law, history, and sociology. It's because of our mastery of the art of communication. It's not because of any television station that we have created. Ambazonia is not known today because of decrees, because of the legal niceties of our legal luminaries. It is not known because of the PhD holders, the academicians, the scholars, the researchers. It is known because of the sacrifices of the unsung heroes whose names we may never know. I have come today to remind you, the Ambazonia of yesterday is not the same today. You have moved the goalposts. You have shown the world that we are not only determined to end Cameroon's nightmare within our country, but we are capable, we are endowed to take over our country and provide a kind of governance, economic system, political system that works for the battered people, that serves the interests of the buyer and seller, that serves the interests of the bike riders, the taxi drivers. A country for the weak, determined to ensure that those who don't have are protected and those who have are able to share. You have demonstrated your capability in ensuring that this day come as quickly as possible. Fellow Ambazonians, I made a solemn promise to you people. We will win as a people. We will win as one people. The same people who rose up on the streets of our homeland with peace branches, shouting at the top of their voices, expressing their right to be free under the sun, to live in peace, to build a system that reflects their own cultural realities. We will be free like one people. The brutality of Cameroon is not new. I want to remind each and every one of you, the Cameroon you see today is the same Cameroon that you saw 30 years ago, 50 years ago. The only difference is that their brutality in Malende is captured in an instant and circulated across the globe. That no matter where you are able to see the face of evil, even if it doesn't happen in your own suburb. You are able to understand them. You are able to communicate your own side of the story. The arrogance you observe today is the same arrogance you have lived under for the past 59 years. Cameroon is unchangeable. They think they are your masters. They know you are a slave that will succumb because of their pressure, their brutality. They think they can starve you to submit to their banality of evil. They think they can deplete your own cultural heritage until you start thinking and dreaming like a Cameroonian, worshipping their flag and singing their anthem. They think if they emasculate your economic system, destroy your own services, make sure you don't have hospitals, you will succumb and be Cameroonian. But this generation has made them to understand that you can fool the people sometimes, but you will never fool all of them all the time. Your sacrifices has made every Ambazonian, wherever they may be, no matter what they think, whether they believe in the objective or not, whether they doubt it, whether they are certain about the outcome, it has given each of us in our individual places some sense of pride, some sense of hope. In the past days, you showed it in Bamenda. You showed it in Bamenda. You reminded us what affects every sector within this revolution, affects all of us, and the kind of solidarity you have shown with our prisoners, the kind of solidarity you've shown with our IDPs and our refugees. You demonstrated it with class, with utmost defiance and confidence in the outcome. You ghosted the street of Bamenda in solidarity with our bike riders. Today again, we got up in the comfort of our homes far away from the theater of operation. Always, every Monday, we got up and asked ourselves, will Ambazonians still stand up for the ideals of freedom and independence? You didn't disappoint us. Amber was ghosted today. Country Sunday was respected today. Lest you forget, this day is a day of collective defiance. This day is a day of honor of all those who've lost their lives because of the dream for a free homeland. This day is a day of remembrance of the sacrifices of all those who lost their liberty and are bunkered in the hills of Cameroon. It's our collective voice in opposition to the tyranny of a force of occupation that does not have our mandate. That is what we call Country Sunday. A day of collective resistance by a people who have suffered oppression for more than 60 years. Every Monday we remind the world of our determination to be free. Every Monday we remind ourselves of our willingness to take control of our homeland and institute a government for the Ambazonians and a government by the Ambazonians. So every day when you get up on Mondays and you respect Country Sunday, know you are adding your voice to the collective voice of beleaguered people who have said the reign of Cameroon must come to an end sooner than later. My fellow people, it is not easy. It is hard. But our women who carried us in their wombs for 9 months, broken backs, swollen limbs, losing their appetite, shouldered on. The fetus became a baby. It started kicking in the stomach. Something that was incubating became life. The pain of delivery. The pain of delivery. The suffering of child upbringing. You endured all this time for life. It's the same kind of endurance for a nation that reflects your values and provides you with opportunity. The birth of Amazonia, the pain we go through today, it's like the pain our mothers, our sisters, our wives, our heroines go through for 9 months to birth new life for the purpose of self-preservation of humanity. The pain of the birth of a new nation is universal across the globe. The Americans felt it. All other peoples who have struggled to be free, the Eritreans felt it. The South Sudanese are still feeling it today. Even the great nations that fought battles hundreds of years ago are still struggling for a perfect freedom. They are still fighting for the right to the freedom of speech, the right to vote, the right to peaceful assembly, the right to conscience, to thought, the right to the exploitation of their resources for their own good. Then think about Ambazonia, sweltering under the heat of oppression and injustice, under an arrogant occupational power that has offered us nothing, not hospitals, not roads, not good schools, not opportunity for our children, not medical care, nothing but arrogance, death, and destruction of our homeland. What our forebears failed to do, to rise up, challenge that status quo. You have taken that baton and you have made yourself the never-ending generation to terminate Cameroon over Ambazonia once for all. Fellow Ambazonians, I want you to know that what you are doing today is planting the seed of hope, is planting the seed that will germinate a new country that will make the generation that will inherit it proud of your investment. Do not dwell in the pain. Do not dwell in the anguish. You shall birth a new country that will remember your sacrifices and your heroism. For all our mothers, our brothers and sisters, each time you think about giving up, I want you to think about Mami Happy. Imagine there is life after death, and she's watching over us, what she's thinking. Think about all those who are in jail whose hope of freedom hangs on our determination not to give up. Each time you think of buckling, yielding to the arrogance of Cameroon, think about all those in jail who are still raising their voices. Think about all your children stuck in exile, being uncertain when they return to homeland. Think about those who were never buried, whose bodies were devoured by vultures, those buried in unmarked graves, those whose names will not be recorded. Each time the pain is difficult, think about how Mandela did it. Think about the sacrifices of Patrice Lumumba, Thomas Sankara, Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X. Think about the brave warriors gone before us who stood up for the values and ideals of freedom. It's a universal currency. It's a God-given right to be free, to live in happiness, to pursue your dreams, to have the opportunity in your home, to live in wealth, not poverty. Cameroon is an alien state. Hello, Ambazonians. Our strategy is only substance. Remember from the beginning, when you see your children battling Cameroon on the street, and sometimes you wonder, how are we going to win those battles? How those battles will turn into the victory of a homeland? The reason of leadership is to think far beyond those battles, is to develop a national liberation strategy and a plan that works magic. The battles on the streets not simply to kill the souls of Cameroon. The battles on our streets is to show and demonstrate to the world that we are in charge, is to increase the cost of Cameroon occupation. Take note, every day Cameroon borrows millions and millions of dollars to sustain its army, maintain an occupation cannot win. Every day Cameroon is indebted. After this war will be over, Cameroon indebted for the next 200 years. Our strategy is to keep them on the run, is to transfer all money that they borrow into the army. That is why you all must be soldiers of the revolution. You must resist them every day. You must defy their order. You must resist their order. You are the owner of Ambazonian of Cameroon. Their forces of occupation are forces of terror. The tyranny of these forces must be humbled by your bravery. Your defiance not only when you carry weapons, in your voices, in your respect for lockdown, in your respect for ghost towns, in your desire to sacrifice, in your desire to endure, in your desire to work as if the issue of the entire liberation struggle rested on your head alone. That is how you write the last chapter of Cameroon's presence in our homeland. All of us are soldiers of the war of liberation. Wherever we may be, in farms or offices, we must show them that Ambazonia belongs to us. Apart from a military strategy that seeks to undermine Cameroon's political legitimacy, military control, we are also engaging in economic sabotage. The non-payment of taxes, government raised on through taxation. We have stopped 60% tax going into Cameroon. We have depleted their reserves. Economic sabotage shows also that the resources they exploit our land to nationally to build cities, build their countries, pay workers, totally stop depleted. Every day we stop timber. Every day we stop crude oil. Every day we stop banana, stop rubber, stop palm being stolen from our homeland to build a large army and to develop their own country. Economic sabotage, ensuring we not pay taxes to any system that does not reciprocate in development, has what me, my people. So every that you doubt about where our strategy would work, ask yourself if where we are today was we were through. Ambazonia is a household name internationally because of the other arm of strategy. Internationalization targeted. We have humiliated Cameroon across the globe. We have undermined Cameroon across the globe. We have made the world to know that there are two peoples within that circle, that we are an independent country, and we have restored our independence through the declaration made on 1st of October years ago. The world now knows it. They debate it in parliaments. It is because you are enduring sacrifices, you are resilience. Every day diaspora, who are organizing themselves now against October 1 and September 22nd, have shown the world that the mothers of Ambazonia will not give up, will not allow their children to be butchered and dumped in rivers by an animal regime that gives us nothing. Our buyer and seller defy the occupier because you cannot sit back and watch your children being murdered and our mothers digging graves. This collective resistance and collective endeavor is what's going to write the last chapter of Corinthians and the first chapter of the Ambazonian story. My people, you have made it. You have come this far not because of Tomahawk cruise missile, because there were countries who stood for you, battled for you. You come this far because of your own sacrifices. You will walk the last 1 mile because of your sacrifices. Cameroon is gone, dead, and the assistance in Ambazonia will not work. They have just heard their military regime over Bamida doing propaganda. Let me speak to them, to the mothers of Cameroon who sent their children into our cities. Don't wish pain. Don't wish you tears in the same way that we have cried and wept for 60 years. But in our struggle to survive, in our struggle for self-preservation, we will send your children back in and oh, you know. The language of occupation is French. The coffin of occupation is French. We will send your children coffin. We are not leaders. Understand the sanctity of life. Respect the dignity of all peoples. That's why more than 60 years ago, when you rose against evil colonialism, we opened our borders and provided you political asylum and protection, the tyranny of your own system. That is why even today, when we are sweltering in your jails, we have still allowed you to coexist in our own land with the right and opportunity that you denied us. We are not tyrants of your own system. Not a single Cameroonian. That is why even today, when our sweltering in your jails for the treachery, still allowed you to coexist in our own land with the right and opportunity that you denied us. We are not monument, arrogant. Ambazonians would have acted like bullies, like savages, and they will have the right under the sun for self-preservation. My fellow Ambazonians, the story of freedom is written by the my fellow Ambazonians. The story of freedom is written by the brave. It is told by those who don't give up. It is told by those who are ready to sacrifice their lives for the next generation. The story of freedom is written by those who never blink, even in the face of tyranny and death. They stare in the face of death and don't think, because to be free is a right non-negotiable. In about 2 weeks, you will celebrate your Independence Day. Like all free people across the globe, you shall come out on the street, wave your flag, sing your anthem, be proud of your country, be proud of our hard-won freedom. That day, remember our fallen heroes. You shall celebrate the bravery of our fighters who in the last 4 years have known no holidays. You shall thank the prisoners who lost their liberty and continue to sacrifice for our freedom. You shall pay homage to our IDs and our refugees. You shall thank Ground Zero for the sacrifices on Monday. On our Independence Day, we shall collectively celebrate the bravery of Amazonia, the sacrifices of our unsung heroes. We shall thank all those who continue to resist on the same spot their forefathers fell. We shall think about General Ivo. We think about all those Labista. We shall think about Obi. We think about the dance master. We shall think about all those who've laid their life for our country. We shall fight the occupier, my people. No people have ever been free without sacrifice. And you are shown in the last 4 years, and those 4 years in the last 60 years, that we as a people are ready to fight Cameroon to the gates of hell. We are as a people are ready to take over our country and begin governance on the first day. Provide the kinds of opportunities that are eluded us for the past 6 years. Thank you all for what you've done for your country. Thank you for giving your life for homeland. Thank you for standing firm in memory on all those who no longer are us. Thank you for being true to yourself, for defying the odds and rejecting colonialism in all its form and shape. Thank you for still holding promise that all of us shall be free. The sun has risen in our homeland. It shall never set until Cameroon is out. God bless Amazonia. Happy Independence Day in advance. God bless you. Thank you.